Just caught a good surf wave and was riding it in, and another diagonal wave came in from another direction and took a little beat down.
It was a dramatic rescue on Lake Michigan as whitecaps nearly swallowed a kayaker near Grand Haven. We brought you the coverage live on 24-Hour News 8 at 6. And this morning, we're taking the rescue efforts one step further. We're talking to the Director of Education for the Great Lakes Surf and Rescue Project. He's part of an effort to teach surfers about how to handle rescues on the Big Lake. He's going to walk us through this life-saving effort and tell us what the rescuers did right and what may have been done differently. Brett?
All right, thank you, Emily. I'm joined here with Bob Pratt. So, Bob, let's talk about this. What do you teach surfers to do, and how to execute this rescue? When it happened yesterday, right? And what are the things that you've been teaching them to do all along here in order to do a rescue like this?
Brett, surfers are in a really good position to make rescues. They have thermal protection to protect them from the cold water. They have a flotation device that they're attached to, and with a little bit of knowledge, they can use those flotation devices and really make a rescue, as we saw very dramatically yesterday.
Yeah, we're looking at this video that's coming in here on our big wall here. The first thing they did was they got this ring out to the surfer. This is him right here, this guy in the green at this point, okay? So he's the one who's being rescued. They throw out the ring to him, which is the proper thing to do, right?
Absolutely. It keeps the rescuer safer than having to go into the water.
Yeah, it also makes it so he has something to hold on to it, and it's not a person's body that he might be trying to drag down with him, right? So now they're going to try to pull him into the side of the pier here. And as we watch along here further, and as this happens, he gets pulled into the pier, but then they reach this point where they can't get him up on top of it, right?
Well, actually, we prefer that people pull them along the pier into shore, because exactly what happened is the danger. He can get washed into the pier by the waves and be injured, and then unfortunately let go of the rescue device. He makes the choice here after this wave kind of rolls over him. He's going to make the choice to leave the rescue tube, which is his flotation device, which is his safety, and try to make a swim for it. This is a bad choice.
Should have done that, obviously.
He gets washed away from. He's trying to get to a ladder. The ladder's in red here. He's trying to get to the ladder, but the waves push him away from the ladder.
Because
so he's leaving an area of
safety.
safety.
Wave action isn't necessarily going to bring you in there or move. It'll just take you about anywhere at this point. So bad choice there.
Right. So now the surfers are going to move back in. This is Matt Smolinski, who will paddle over and does an excellent job keeping the board between him and the victim, so the victim can't grab him. Always keep the flotation between you and the victim.
We continue to try to get the ring back out to him here, but they're not going to do that. They're just going to put him on this board.
Matt puts him in a position of safety here. He lays him across the board. It's very, very stable, so these waves are not going to, they may wash over them, but they're going to be able to stay connected, and he's going to keep that flotation there, then try to put him on top of the board, and Matt's going to move to the back of the board so that he can maneuver the board.
Steer and push him.
And Marty Korsh is also helping, bringing him in. There are actually surfers behind these two gentlemen who are calling out when the waves are coming, so they know when they need to take a nice deep breath.
This is exactly what you taught these guys to do.
It's exactly.
This is textbook, basically.
Yeah,
so now that instead of trying to bring him into the pier, they're going to try to take him to the beach.
Take him right to shore.
Take him to the sand here, where he can get up and walk at this point. I mean, is he in kind of a state of shock, too?
He's the good things that he's done is he got a life jacket on. Obviously, very, very important. But on 2 occasions, when he left the kayak and then he left the flotation ring, he's making a poor choice because he's again exposing himself to the elements when he should be staying with the flotation.
We were watching this whole thing basically unfold live. I was sitting on my couch at home going, my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. You know, first off, that people would be in this water, and secondly, that somebody needed to be rescued on live television here. And this is, though, how you'd want somebody to handle this. If you are out there surfing, take them to the beach. Don't try to get them up on the pier.
You'll notice that there's a lot of teamwork involved here, and they need to get him right up on the dry sand. He is exhausted. He's out of breath. We don't know whether he's inhaled any water. Needs to be evaluated, so they will take him right up to the dry sand. And hopefully,
I'm so glad that they were able to follow along what you've told them to do here, and that it ended so well in this case. Now, if they weren't there, this group of surfers, you just continue to throw the ring out to them, right? You don't jump into the water on your own unless you have some kind of board or flotation device.
Unless you have some training and the experience to do it. You have no business being out there in the water.
Yeah, so the idea would be you throw it out there like they initially did. He gets a hold of the ring, pull him up to near, anyway, the pier, and then walk him all the way down.
Yep. Very good.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much.
talking about this.